Minnesota Vikings reportedly have been in contact with cornerback prospects Jalen Johnson out of Utah as well as Jeff Gladney out of TCU. Now, there will be a common thread between the two of them. They're aggro. They super get after it. They are gambling. They're big gamblers just like Pete Rose. That's right. Some of the I love in my cornerbacks, by the way. Pretty common thread. So we already profiled Jalen Johnson a little bit earlier. Go check that out in a sec. So now let's talk about Jeff Gladney, the pride of TCU today. My name is Jeff. He's 5'10", a $191. A little bit light, but a little bit of quarantine and some tater tot hot dish will just solve that right up. Redshirt senior, former 3-star recruit from North Boston High School in Texas, class of 2015. Took him a couple years to really work in and really make a name for himself on defense there. 2018, his redshirt junior year was the real breakout season. Recorded 90.6 PFF grade, broke up 12 passes on 470 coverage snaps as well as 2 picks. Quarterback rating of 45.0 when thrown at, again, 39.6 is thrown in the dirt. Pretty sure that's it. Close enough. Anyway, he was really good. Second team, all Big 12. Now, a lot of the pundits thought that he would declare after that amazing redshirt junior year, but decided to run it back at Fort Worth for one more year. 2019 was pretty solid as well. 31 tackles and a pick. Led the Big 12 in passes broken up with 14, as well as first team all Big 12 honors. So there you go. Combine-wise, I mean, he ran a 4.48 40, which previously at TCU, he had been timed in the 4.3, so overall straight line speed, not really that big of an issue. Solid in the jumps, solid in the bench, long arms for a 5'10" dude, so he's got length despite not having the height, something that Zimmer really likes. 3-cone, so the 3-cone, bro, what's going on? So 7.26, which is not ideal. Now, the thing about once you get some of these odd measurements at the combine, whether really good or really bad, just does make you go back and look at the tape and think about things, go full Leslie Frazier on the bit. And the thing is, I don't think Gladney will ever be in the slot. I think he is going to be a boundary corner, which is perfectly fine. I mean, that's where his bread is buttered. So the fact that he's 5'10", and sort of what the Vikings did with Mac is that they only jammed him into the slot because he was short. He was a phenomenal a boundary corner at Clemson, but they're just like, but of course, Mac had quite a bit more agility than Gladney, even though it doesn't really show up that Gladney would necessarily be hampered. So is it a weird combine thing like we've talked about just because of the timing moving to prime time, or is he just that bad? But with no pro days, you don't really know. But just watching Gladney on tape, I don't think he necessarily would be a liability in the agility department, but yeah. So something I really love, just gets after it. That's something I love about Jalen Johnson too. Give me the cornerbacks that are physical, get up in your grill, and just take no ish from no one. I just love that cocky, chip on the shoulder attitude that you get from some of these cornerbacks, and Gladney is one of them as well. He plays every single rep like it's the Alamo, which I love. I love. He's going to come in, not quite as polished in man-to-man coverage as, say, a C.J. Henderson or a Kuda, but that is going to be his strong suit going forward. And also, you think about like practice at TCU. We talk about practice, man. Jeff Gladney versus wide receiver Jalen Reagor, who I really like as well. Wouldn't mind seeing him in the Vikings. Vikings go Jalen Reagor and Jeff Gladney, back-to-back TCU teammates in round 1. I wouldn't be overly upset about it, but just think about those two in practice. I mean, 2 alphas going at it. Must have been really fun to watch there with Gary Patterson and Horned Frogs. And with Gladney, third-level coverage really is amazing. He is a bit of an umbrella where his recovery speed really is the key to him, where that does allow him to gamble more or potentially bait quarterbacks because, like, well, you know what? I'm just going to lay off here for a sec. If you throw it, I'm going to go get it because I can get it. There you go. A couple drawbacks. So obviously needs to add size, but as we've said almost ad nauseum, what's the easiest thing to do in the NFL? Add size, blah, blah, blah. A bit of an older prospect since he didn't declare after that amazing redshirt junior 2018. So he's coming as a redshirt senior, does turn 23 in December, which it's really only a problem when it gets like really big, like 24-year-old prospects. Think about like Josh Doxson coming out of TCU. What is the deal with older prospects coming out of TCU? I mean, what does Gary Patterson do to them? I mean, it's like, hey man, just stay. But I don't know. But Gladney, just a really feisty, fun cornerback to watch. I would be extremely happy with him as a cornerback for first. Actually, like temperamental-wise, disposition-wise, it kind of reminds me of Jar Alexander. I remember him coming out of Louisville. Unfortunately, he ended up with a team that shall remain nameless. Yeah, but yeah, would not mind at all Jeff Gladney being the Vikings cornerback that they get out of the first round. But your thoughts, Gladney, TCU, let us know. Comment section below. Subscribe, Daily Vikings Takes. You want to support the work, pull a little something in the Venmo, plus give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.